What is going on, guys? This is Adam from the TheErnsterSanctuary here, and today we're going to do a taming video for your baby iguanas. Alright guys, so right off the bat I want to say that if my voice sounds like a 90-year-old smoker, it's because I'm a little bit sick today. Don't mind that. Anyways, we are in my basement, bedroom sort of thing right here. As you can see, I have 4 tanks for my baby and juvenile iguanas. And the first thing in taming your iguana is, I mean, it's not really a taming, but it's the idea of captive bred versus imported. I have this guy, this 100% het for albino. He's sticking his head out there. He's captive bred. Axanthic, imported. This red and green cross is captive bred, and he's a brother in here somewhere. Albino iguana, captive bred. His mate here, who's younger than him, Axanthic iguana, is also imported. And then I have 2 reds up here that are also imported. So I find that the captive breds are just naturally more tolerant of people. Like this little guy has no fear of me. Obviously my albino iguana is like my buddy. And then these 2 babies down here, minus the Axanthic, are also very tame. The Axanthic is pretty crazy. Along with this Axanthic, our blue iguana, along with these 2 reds that I have up here, which are under the newspaper right now. And the final thing I want to talk about captive bred animals, they just tend to be a lot healthier. To give an example, I used to have a 2-foot long Axanthic iguana. You guys might remember her from a couple of my videos where she was really sick. Just right the second I got her, she was just always sick. Would never eat, and she was an imported animal. Obviously there are people that buy imported animals and have great success with them, but for the most part, I just haven't had much success with them. Also, I think it's just the Axanthic iguanas, so they're just hard to take care of. I finally got 2 that are, you know, they seem to be doing okay. This one and her right there. But yeah, captive bred animals just tend to be healthier. Like this guy is just an insane eater. He's one of my favorite iguanas now. Same thing with Banana, my albino iguana. He's just a pig. So yeah, I tend to find that captive bred animals are a lot healthier, more accustomed to humans. And it's just, you know, I think it's just a better way to go. Okay guys, so whether you have a captive bred animal or an imported animal, it's still an iguana. These guys are very intelligent little guys. You know, they're able to tell faces. They know the difference between me and my dad. My big ones, when I walk in the cage, they have a totally different attitude than when my dad walks in the cage. They're very affectionate creatures. You can see that, you know, when I pet my iguanas, my bigger ones, you can see that they actually like it. They love being pet. It just feels good. They have feelings, it seems like to me. They have humanistic characteristics that you don't see in most other reptiles. So, you know, I think these guys are definitely one of the most quality reptiles you can buy at a very cheap price for just a regular iguana, if you're into that. Alright guys, so for me, I find that the most important thing to having a tame baby iguana is to hold them every day. Human interaction is so important. I held all 4 of these guys every day. You know, they're starting to tame down a lot. Like I said, this blue Axanthic is a imported baby, so he's a little bit wary of me still, even though I've had him for the longest. But the other 3, this little green one down here, the red one, and this 100% het for albino, these guys are all captive bred. These guys were, I bought these guys from my buddy Mike Yoret. So he bred them all, hatched them out, and they're pretty tolerant people, to be honest. So yeah, handling every day is extremely important. You gotta establish a routine with your animal. You know, like I said, these are very smart creatures. They get accustomed to their routine, and if you keep hold of that routine, they know what to expect. They know what time they're going to be fed, what time they're going to be handled, all that. So if you really want a tame iguana, you gotta put some effort into this. You know, this is not a I'm gonna hold him once every week and he's gonna be tame and everything's gonna be good now. Sometimes it works out like that. With my big red male, I'll show you guys later. He just got accustomed to me after 4 years of having him, and now he's finally, you know, I can pet him, I can hold him, I can take him out whenever I want. And to be honest, taming your iguana makes it a lot easier to keep them, and it makes it more enjoyable too, I think. You know, I mean, who doesn't want a mini dinosaur? That's pretty much what these guys are. Hand feeding is very important as well. I'll show you guys me hand feeding my 100% het for albino right now. Hand feeding, it also it makes them associate you with something positive instead of something negative. Remember that in the wild, these guys are pretty much at the bottom of the food chain. Everything and anything will eat these guys, and so they treat you the same way. That's all they know. Their instincts are to run away. They feel that you are a predator, that you are going to kill them, when in actual fact you're just trying to care for them and give them food. You need to make sure they associate you with a positive thing instead of a negative thing. If you were to grab their tail or handle them in a way that they don't like I said, these are smart creatures. They're going to remember that, and they're going to be like, hey, I don't like that. I don't like the way he's handling me. I'm just going to run away all the time. But if you establish a trusting relationship with them, they will be one of the most rewarding pets out there. So I'm going to show you guys a little short clip of me feeding my 100% het for albino right now. And yeah. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that little short clip of my 100% het for albino iguana eating. I recently just got a name for this guy. I'm gonna name him Guacamole. I don't know, I think it's pretty funny and cute. So yeah, anyways. So another big thing that I can tell you from experience is that you have to read your iguana. I know this might sound kind of weird and, I don't know, not very normal, but as you can see, when I was feeding him, I would touch him every once in a while, just pet him, get him used to human interaction and petting him. And if he backs away, I know to back away. I know he's not in the mood to be held or poked at or touched or anything like that. Yeah, you definitely have to read your iguana. If they're okay with you petting them, you know, keep doing it. I know people that, you know, once I get him or the other ones in my hand, they'll calm down and I can pet them however long I want. I can't really do that right now because I don't have 3 hands for this video, but yeah, you just have to read your iguana, you know, make sure that you're not crossing the line or anything like that. And after a while, guys, if you continue these steps and make sure your iguana is healthy and happy, you'll get something like this. This is my big male iguana. His name is Big Red. I've had him for, let's see, since 2012. I think summer of 2012, so just about 3 years. He's about 4 years old because I got him when I got him, he was probably a 6 or 7 month old. So yeah, here he is. I've raised him pretty much from a hatchling. And you know, I can pet him whenever I want. He loves it. Don't you, big guy? Don't you, big guy? So as you can see, I mean, he's just puppy dog tape. I just had him out for about 30 minutes, so he might be a little bit annoyed with me right now. But yeah, I mean, these guys have personalities, you know. Every iguana is different. Every iguana takes different amounts of love, different amounts of food, different amounts of care. Some will take a lot longer to tame up, and some will be a lot shorter. This guy tamed up in probably about a year or two to fully get okay with me petting him and handling him and everything like that. So that's usually what it takes. And over here we have another male iguana that I have. I've had this guy for just about 2 years almost, maybe a year and a half.
But I got him when he was just a baby. Now he's about 30 feet long. I mean, he's tame too. He lets me pet him. He's kind of weird in the position that he likes. He always lifts his butt up. I think it's pretty funny. But yeah, I mean, he was a lot easier to tame. I don't know, he's just, his personality, he's always just loved people, loved being hand-fed, kind of like Guacamole. I think Guacamole will be very easy to tame. But yeah, this guy just loves attention, and he loves being hand-fed, and he loves his food, so when you have an iguana like that, it's very easy to tame. Then we have this girl down here. This girl's name is Big Mama. I've only had her for 6 months, so she's not 100% tame to me yet. She'll let me pet her sometimes, but then she'll usually get annoyed after probably about a minute of me petting her, and then she'll move away. So yeah, it'll just take time with her. I'm sure she'll get used to me eventually. As you can see, she's moving away. I'm sure she doesn't like the camera in her face. But yeah, I'm sure I'll get her tamed down in probably a couple months here. It's just the owner before her kept her in his garage. Didn't really care for her well, only fed her carrots and I think spinach or something like that. So yeah, she's getting healthy here. She's getting fattened up. She actually laid a clutch of 20 eggs last season, but they were sadly infertile. And this season, I'm hoping to get a good clutch out of her. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this taming video. I think I went over everything pretty much. Captive bred versus wild caught, handling every day, hand feeding. And, you know, if you follow those steps, I think you'll get a very trusting, tame iguana. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys have any other video suggestions or anything like that, let me know. I'm planning to pump one more episode into this season of the TheErnsterSanctuary, and then next season I'll come back with a whole bunch of different stuff. I already have a bunch planned for it. I'll put out a whole new introducing for season 2, and yeah, guys, I hope you're excited for that. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. You know, tell your lizard-loving family, whatever. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.